Hello and welcome along and welcome back to Erlengrat. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of work with our cows because they are in need of some water, some feed. You can see they're not doing too badly, but it's always worth keeping them nicely topped up and making sure they're nice and healthy. We're kind of waiting for our crops to grow at the moment, especially on our main field. We do have a little bit of a problem where the crop has let's just jump out there, that's easier, where we've got weeds back, and we've got weeds back in most of the crop. It's mainly where it has yet to be ready to harvest, so we're not far from doing that. The trouble we've got is that because it's ready to harvest in that part, it's got no weeds, so the weeds haven't grown there. Where it isn't ready to harvest and where it's still growing, the weeds have come back, and it's really annoying because we don't have a single tractor on our farm that is capable of doing capable of having care wheels put on. So we can't put a sprayer on there and get rid of them, so we're going to have to farm that with the weeds in. Having said that, we have precision farming coming in, and what we'll probably do is get ourselves a sprayer and get that to be emptied, because if we and get that spraying with herbicide rather than what we did this year, which was getting the field to be done via a weeder. So we're looking at keeping things a little bit easier that way. Let's get ourselves, we don't have a mixing wagon at the moment. What we do need to do is get our tractor with our front loader, so let's go and park this one up, and then we can do that. We're also, because we've got precision farming, we want to start scanning our fields. Now, I've not done precision farming on console yet, so this is going to be a first for me. This is our tractor with our front loader, or that we can put our front loader onto. What we're going to do is take this here, drop that off, back her up, then we can add the front loader on with the bucket and go and clean up. So let's attach that, then lift it up a bit and attach that, and then back out and put the weight back on the back. It's a good setup for an animal farm, this. It's not such a good setup for an arable farm, so we are going to have to move things about a little bit. I think we're going to have to replace a tractor, and I don't know which one I'm looking at replacing at the moment, because I kind of like them all. Although, mind you, having said that, if we go and spray early in the life cycle of our crops, we should be better off. That will allow us, down, there we go. That will allow us to run over the crops without fear of destroying them, especially with the new DLC that we've got on here. The precision farming DLC is going to make all the difference. So that's got that done. Let's get this round. Ooh. Doing lots of crashing out of cab here. There we go. Let's get this around. We'll drop the front off here and drop that down. Switch between them, which is never that easy. There we go. And disconnect. It's because I have a slightly different configuration set up to my my PC setup, so it always confuses me a little bit, especially when I haven't played for a little while. So let's back up and attach ourselves to that so that we can blow some straw in, and it's down the far end we need to do that. And then we can use the bale spike from this to go and grab ourselves some. There we go. Well, actually, we must have some. Maybe we got fermented silo now. That would be good. We could start looking at doing some mixed ration. Maybe go and get ourselves a coon feed mixer, which would be a really good idea. Let's switch over to that. There we go. And blow some straw out. I think has that given them the max? Oh no, we've run out of straw, that's why. Let's go refill this. We're quite front heavy, despite the fact we've got a reasonable weight on the back of this. This little bale shredder does tend to require more. So I think what we're going to have to do is go and grab a bigger weight as well in order to do this properly. So attach that and back out. There we go. And then in cab, and it's quite nice that it drops a fair way below. These bales are not easiest positions though to grab bales to put into this, but it should work fairly well. It's going to be a little bit of tinkering around in the yard today. We're kind of waiting for stuff to oh, there we go. To be ready. Our grass is just about ready, and we're going to probably have to do some liming at some point as we have added precision farming into here. Right, and back that up. Keep this low. It will help keep the weight in the right place, because weight distribution, that is the important thing when it comes to this piece of kit. If you can keep it low, you'll keep yourself from toppling forwards. But we are going to need a heavier weight for this to do this warzy well. So what we'll do, whoa, you can see that just trying to topple over. What we'll do is we'll pick up a larger weight and we'll put it on the front of this tractor when we go and get the mixing wagon. And I think that's probably the best thing for us to do today. We're going to be in a position where we should be able to open up our silage bunker and start using that. We want to probably be creating some hay bales from our grass field, so that's what we're going to be looking to do in the near future. Just want to place we'll place this over to the side in front of the bale pickups, which are a pain. Right, there we go. And I want to disconnect the whole thing, so like so, and disconnect it. Right, let's pull that out, and we'll go and put this down at the bottom. And yeah, we're gonna have to use this tractor because I don't think any of our other tractors particularly have front 3-point. Oh no, our little electric tractor does, but I wouldn't want to try and pull everything back with that. Unless there's how much horsepower does this piece of equipment we're looking to buy require? So we're going to go over to the animals over here. Animal technology, there we go. We want the coon mixing wagon that requires 90 horsepower, so it will do with our other tractor, but it won't do with the little one. But if we want that big weight, I think we're gonna have to take this tractor to do that. It's just so quiet, this tractor, ridiculously quiet. But yeah, this should do the job. We've got a front weight on here. It will pull that trailer back and should work all well. We're also going to be using this. I love using this little tractor to do the scanning. It's a cracking little vehicle for that, and allows us to sort of get round and use the electricity on it, because it doesn't go down very quickly, the electricity on this tractor. But it's just brilliant for doing that job with. So I'm gonna be doing some field scanning with this at some point. Hopefully today, if we can get the feeding wagon back up here and done. There we go, down to the shop and into here and pick this up. So yeah, lots of getting the animals ready for what hopefully should be next time a harvest. Now it's 41,000 for this, but I think because it's not a tool configurable, and because we're not going to be using it that much, and because it only costs £410 a day, we're going to lease this to keep our costs down. And because we're playing without seasons, it makes more sense for us to lease. Now what we need to buy is the weight, of course. So let's head across, and I think we want pretty much the biggest weight we can buy. 1,600? Oh no, 2,400 is the biggest. It's going to look funny on the front of that, on the front of this little tractor, but I think that's going to be the way to go. Right, so let's go and hook that up onto the front. Oh man, this little tractor is not going to make it back to our farm, I don't think. Whoa! Maybe we should have put the trailer on it first. Right, there we go. The bottom of this weight is going to be very, very scraped. Hopefully putting the trailer on the back is going to sort things. Let's have a look, shall we? So switch over to the front weight, lift it up. It has evened things out a little bit. It's this tractor is not happy with this at all. I think this weight may weigh more than the entire tractor, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Perfect example of putting a weight on the tractor to offset the weight of the trailer. Although in this case, I think it's more than offsetting the weight of the trailer by quite a bit. It's fine though. That is that we do want this big weight, and we are only transporting it back, and it's a good thing we've got the animal feeding wagon on the back to offset it, because otherwise, yeah, you saw what happened. It would have absolutely just nosedived the whole way back. We must remember to detach the weight before we detach the trailer. Otherwise, we are just never going to get the well out of the trailer's way. So I'm just gonna put the weight over here and attach that. Yeah, and then we'll put the feeding wagon over this way. I'm gonna put it over here, actually, near the recharge station. If we pop out of our tractor, then we should just be able to disconnect this trailer like so, and go and take this back to our shed and park it up. I do like this little tractor, but it's got so little horsepower as to be me trying to find excuses to use it. Right. This tractor here we want in a minute, but this one is the one we want first. Get that hooked up to our feeding wagon, and that will allow us to do the feeding. And this is when I find that we actually don't have a load of silage ready for us to use, because I haven't checked that yet. There we are. Let's jump out and go and have a look, and we'll put the help menu up. No, we can open the silo. Perfect. So open that up. Great. Let's head back to our tractor. Actually, let's go and jump in the lint nut over here. Start her up, back her out. Excellent. And then we should be able to, it's one of those things where getting the mix right is gonna be the tricky bit. Now this bucket, we'll find out how much this holds in a second. So 900. I reckon we want to do 4 buckets of this. 5 buckets of this, sorry. 1 hay bale and 1 straw bale. And do the straw bale last. Is the way to go. So there's 1. I do love the maneuverability on this tractor. And in. There we go. There's 2. And you can see the all-wheel steer is just allowing us to it's allowing us to maneuver quite nicely. Depth perception, not so much. Dropping it on the ground, making it so that we have to do a bit of cleaning up. I think a slight angle away from it like that will be better. There we go. And in. That's 2. So that I can actually see the bucket is much, much more useful. I like that we got to the place. And what, we're on day 3 now overall, I think. And it means we got to the place where we are able to get this so that we're feeding the cows fully. And I don't know how our milk is doing at the moment. This is 4. But once we've got that sorted, we'll be making money. And then we'll be paying for this. That should pay for our feed wagon very nicely. Gonna start using the straw a bit more, but the nice thing about that is that using the straw a bit more, we should be okay. Right, so that should tell us, yeah, we're 39% full, and it's all silage. So what I want to do next is go and drop this off, go and grab ourselves the bale spike. And having grabbed the bale spike, what we'll be able to do is grab hay bale. Hay bale in next. That will take us a long way to being filled. And then we can use a straw bale to just top it off. And the reason I do that is because straw bales, we are going to have a lot more of those than anything else. They're also cheaper to buy, especially than silage. So yeah, the idea is always, if you can top off your mixed ration with straw, then that is the way to go. Right, let's go into here. We'll turn around so that we've got a good view of it. And grab ourselves a hay bale. Nice full hay bale, that one. Just plonk that in. Like so. Ooh. And then I want to get a straw bale as well. Put that in. That should just top this whole thing off and give us a full thing of mixed ration. There we go. Right, let's see how that does. We'll park this over here, out the way. Go grab our next tractor. And yeah, total mixed ration. Perfect. Right, which way does this empty? This empties on the left-hand side, so we need to go turn this round, go round our... I don't think we can get round that way, so we should be able to go round here like so. Bring this around this way. Like that, and empty out some feed with any luck. Yeah, looks like any luck is now. Yeah, it's, you can see our straw is just under. So quite a nice setup. Working very, very well. Right, we'll take that off and we'll get emptying it. Looks like they're going to take all of this, which is pretty good. That will allow us to, yeah, there we go. How much have they got? Let's have a look at this. There is how much in here? They have, wow, we need to do at least another round, if not two. So let's head back. Now the best thing for us to do is to continue round this way and just bring us round the other way this time. Be easier to load as well. And we need to switch out for our other one. So let's jump back in this tractor. Get that. Go drop our bale spike off. Now I'm dropping the bale spike off in the shed. Probably I could do with leaving it down the other end, but it's better if we keep our equipment where we want to, where it really should be kept. Oh, hopefully that's not messed that up too much. Right, over to there. Hook that up. And again, another 5. So it's going to take 15 buckets of this in order to get it all done. And hopefully it's going to work well for us. We've got plenty in here for this. Lots of back and forth. This is when conveyor belts start to become useful. Because you basically just drive up to it and start loading from it. But it's working fine. We could possibly get away with 4, and we're backed off a little bit. Yeah, we could possibly get away with 4. There we go. Let's just clean up that mess. I have turned stop go braking off, so I'm not quite sure why it's causing that issue. Because when using the wheel, I really want it to sort of stop like that, and then take my foot off and then go forwards. It must be that it's stopping before I'm pressing the brake pedal, and that's just causing the reverse to happen. I've actually lost count. I think this is the last one, because it is quite a swift thing to do with this. There we go. Let's see. Nope, we're only at 28%. Let's do one more. And in. Yeah, we have plenty of this to keep us going for a while. We do have rain on the way, so it's very possible our crop will come ripe just as the rain arrives. There we go. I think did we dump a little bit on the floor again? Looking at that. Possibly. Yes, we did. Right, let's pick that up, clean that up, and get that into our trailer. We've certainly got plenty of feed in for the cows for the next day. And sort of half went in and half didn't, interestingly enough. As I said, depth perception, not the easiest thing in this. Right, forwards, right up to it, and in. There we go. Right, is that enough? That is enough. 35% this time. But that should be enough. We need more than a third, basically. So, drop that there. Burst out. Grab the other one. And bring that out. Down and round. Grab me a bale. We just need 2 bales. We've got more. We've got more hay bales at the moment because we've been putting more straw in, but cows will eat. I think the cows will eat the silage before they eat the hay, which is good for us. As we're gonna have a lot more straw than we are going to have hay in the near future. Lift that off, put that in. Yeah, so I think we're probably going to be using our time coming up to scan our fields, get those ready for what will be the next round of stuff with precision farming. Move that out the way. And there. Round we go. And enter out, empty out. Another set of this. To keep our cows nice and happy. Then we can have a look at how much got in the way of milk production. So far we got 2,000 litres of milk, so not bad at all. We've got 10,000 litres of manure. That will be great when we come to do our field. Yeah, they're not grazing obviously because we don't have seasons in here, but they're looking good otherwise. We only have 10 cows though, so is that emptying out? It sounds like it is. Let's reverse up again and give that another try. It sounded like it was, but wasn't, strangely enough. Let's reverse this up. Like so. And try that again. That is really weird. We've got a bad mix. Let's have a look. We got a bad mix. We have too much straw. So that is going to be a horrible, horrible mess to clean up. Yeah, I'm going to have to sort it. That's what happens when you don't put enough in. we've got 33 point. It's really weird. So this trailer requires, I thought it was 33%. It's only 30% straw. So that is where we've gone wrong. We didn't quite put enough in. We are at 100%, so we are going to have to empty all this out. So I will get that cleaned up. Yeah. So that's just not good. We're going to leave this here then as a result, which means that all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.